Hey, it's Jay. It's a dark episode for July the 3rd, 2022. Got stuff done. Got the mowed the lawn before it just started raining and raining and raining, which I kind of hope that the weather has gotten all the rain out of itself that it needs because tomorrow the house painting is supposed to start. Thankfully, tomorrow is supposed to be the prep work for kind of sanding and getting everything prepped, and then they'll launch into the actual painting the next day. That would be good. That would be good if that was if it was dry for the week. That would be wonderful. We'll have to just kind of have faith in the painters knowing their business and knowing when that they can paint and when they can't, and what is acceptable for painting. I got my videos in. I've been looking at vocal books. The thing is, I think the book I want is like $30. An ebook, which is $30, but it's an ebook that is actually working on vocal stuff with somebody who is a voice trainer, who had been a voice trainer for like 20 years for actors. But this is a book that is written more for general audience, not for actors, which is very realistically is what I want. I'm not wanting to be an actor. I'm just wanting someone who can speak better, more eloquently. I can project and embody what I want to say and improve myself a little bit. And it sounds like that she's all about giving kind of very practical advice, practical exercises, which is what I want. I was a bit put off. This is Patsy Rothenberg's. I was a bit put off because she was quoting a lot of what to me sounds like kind of a junk science about the left brain and the right brain stuff, and that back in Shakespeare's time people were connected to the right brain, which I think there's some junk science going on there, stuff that's not particularly supported by science or supported by people who actors like to hear, but maybe is just flattering them versus actually truth. Now, she does have very good points. She goes on to make very good points about how a lot of our very kind of general, for the plebeians education does not encourage the use of rhetoric, of use of verbal communication, and that oftentimes if you're going to a private school or upper education that way, where you're going to be a leader, you do get that education. But even there, it can get cut out. Sort of, and that, oh, back in Shakespeare's day or whatever, people, they balanced it. Well, actually, no, they didn't. Indeed, some people didn't really have any mathematics or any science because there wasn't any mathematics or science that we would recognize today as such. So there was a reason why you focused on the rhetorical, the humanities, but that has definitely gotten exceeded now. But we still need to communicate. And if you're an actor, you can get that communication. And if you are a business leader, you're often trained in communication. So someone like myself who did not have a top flight high school education, even though it was in a fairly wealthy neighborhood, but in a fairly wealthy neighborhood in the boonies, I did not get that level. And indeed, I got pegged out as an illiterate who got put into kind of the substrata of the teaching, which is maybe a part of why I am such a self-taught person now. I taught myself grammar in the summertime between, yet again failing out another English course and then going in and then finally finding a teacher who was interested in teaching me the nuts and bolts of writing an essay. So I do have that background, and maybe that's why there's this other inclination to do self-improvement with myself comes up here, which I think is a way of saying I've probably talked myself in. I will purchase this ebook and work my way through it. Yet another summer of working my way through a text and seeing what comes out, seeing what comes out the other side. Obviously, I've been doing a lot of practice with speech, just speaking into this little box, though admittedly this isn't no substitute for actually speaking out loud to people, to an audience. We'll jump off that bridge when we get to it. The famous Canadian saying. All right, that has been my day. That has been my thoughts for today. And I'll leave it there. And yeah, I guess I'll go buy that ebook. All right, more videos later. I've been Jay.